Yo, what's going on, guys? So I just seen this on TMZ. The story, obviously, is a few days old. But I'm looking at this actress, Julie Kidden. She is known by Tawny Kidden, or however you pronounce that last name. Kidden. Anyways, so check this out, right? So if you're new to this channel, I speak about celebrities and numerology and this code of letters and numbers known as gematria. I don't expect a lot of people to really be new to this channel, but if you are for some odd reason or another, again, I'm going to just show you something real quick and let you kind of just process it. Now, I dug around a little bit on this story. I didn't find too many things, but if you notice how I got her name selected, right? And then you look down here, you look at like when she's born and when she died, you get these dates. August 5th is when she was born, 61, and she passed away May 7th of this year. So with that information, right, you get a measurement. And when you use gematria, so what you're looking at on the screen is basically her August 5th, 2021 birthday, which obviously she's not going to see. And I measured from her 2021 birthday to her date of death, and you get this number, 2 months, 29 days, 229. Now, what's interesting about 229 is it is a prime number. It's the 50th prime number, right? Just so we can verify that here. 229 is the 50th prime number. So that's where I'm getting that number from, is measuring from her date of death to her upcoming birthday. And like I said, where it gets weird is using the letters and numbers part, you know? So as you can see on the screen, I typed out a few things. You know, when I went on TMZ, I just seen her name as Tawny Kidden. And immediately, the first thing I saw was the 4464. And, you know, if you follow this work, you already know words like kill, some to 4464, and things like that, you know. So I'm not going to explain it too much in this video. But the thing that stood out the most is this, the 50. And the most purest cipher. You know, and what that means when people say the most purest cipher, all that is, you know, numerology, you know, because you're breaking double-digit numbers down to single-digit numbers. So if you're having a tough time kind of comprehending what's on the screen, which I don't think a lot of people have a tough time, but every so often you get a few people who either are trolling or maybe they just legitimately don't understand it because they don't like math. I'm not really sure what people's problems are. That's still kind of hard for me to kind of figure out. I'm not sure how people can look at this stuff, scratch their head every single video and go, oh, that's a coincidence. Oh, that's a coincidence. Oh, that's a coincidence. I think you're a coincidence. No, I'm just playing. But, okay, so enough of my rant. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, like you see in this first cipher, right? And then the blue cipher I'm showing you is just numerology. So where it changes is, you can see on the screen, J is the 10th letter. In this cipher, all that happens is you're taking a double-digit number and reducing it to single digits. So 1 plus 0, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. K is the 11th letter. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. So, 50. Again, 229 is the 50th prime. She dies 2 months and 29 days before her birthday. Her name sums to 50. I mean, there's some other interesting numbers here, too, for May 7th. I mean, you got a 17 life lesson, 5 plus 7 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 is 17. And again, we look at this stuff and, we're all trying to kind of figure this out. I really don't know. It's just so strange. But, for instance, okay, look, her name's Julie, and now I'm not even, making any of this shit up, but her name's Julie, which is 57. So she died on May 7th, right? And you got the 33 in reverse numerology. So now when you take those numbers, 57 and 33, and you look kind of at the date numerology here, well, she dies on May 7th, which can be expressed as 5-7, which can look like 57. And again, 5 plus 7 down here plus 21 is 33. But to get back to what I was actually saying about the 17, because I got, a little distracted just now. I seen that 57. But it's always something, guys. Like, you can't make this stuff up. But for instance, kill is 4464 and 17. And it just so happens she has the 4464. And, she dies on a 17 date numerology. So, that's all I kind of found for this particular thing. I mean, I'm sure it goes deeper and deeper and deeper if you look up, the shows that she starred in and, maybe the release dates or her date of death. And, you'll find numbers with anything. But my question to people who doubt this work is, what are the odds that I'm showing this stuff well, I haven't been doing it every day because I've been a little busy, but when I do this stuff and I show these connections, I mean, is it really a coincidence or, I don't think the stuff that we're seeing in the news is organic. So, I don't know, guys, but I'll leave you guys with those thoughts. And, isn't it just strange how these people do this stuff? Or maybe this is not what's going on, but I'm pretty sure this is what's going on. I mean, it's not provable. The only way we can prove it is through math. But, I mean, again, this stuff doesn't hold up in a court of law. Like, you can't go to a judge and be like, oh, they killed this person by the numbers and try to prove it that way. Because, I mean, you get laughed out of court. So I think that's kind of what it is, too. It's like they know people are stupid and they know people aren't going to question certain things like this. Because, I mean, you think about Hollywood, there's a lot of drugs, there's this, there's that, there's a lot of drama. So, that's the play pretty much. But again, Julie's 57 and she dies on a 57 date numerology. Well, it's not a 57 date numerology. It's, the 7th day of the 5th month. But Julie's 57 and she just so happens to die on May 7th. Come on, man. And, I tried to look for other things, a broken heart, and she died of a broken heart and things like that, but I didn't really find anything with that. But yeah, her first name got the 83, like murder. And again, you got to look at this stuff objectively. You can't come on channels like this and, try to debate this stuff because, I mean, it's undebatable. Now, what is debatable is, are these people dying by this code? Because again, like I showed in my last video or a few videos ago, there was a guy at Cumberland Farms in my state, and I guess he was a local person. And I know this guy wasn't made up because, I went there and I talked to people and a lot of people said the same thing, guy was a regular, yada, yada, yada. But again, the guy who stabbed him, his last name summed to 60. Cumberland Farms equaled 60, and the guy who died, he was 60 years old. So you gotta stop and ask yourself, like, what is really going on? Because, I mean, there are things that happen all the time that are organic. I mean, like I showed the other day with the 337, that was totally organic. I left the gas station, I had 337 miles in my gas tank, and the guy in front of me, his license plate was some letters and then 337. So the question with this work and stuff is how much of it's organic and how much of it's not organic. I mean, it's a very real thing. So if you're questioning this knowledge and you think it's fake or you think it's some CIA calculator, or you would be dead wrong. So, but that's just my thoughts on it from studying this stuff for about 3 years. I'm pretty sure I'll be researching this stuff for a very long time because I just like patterns and math, and I do believe everything is connected, but I don't know if it's connected like this. I mean, you gotta expect this stuff in the entertainment industry. There's always ritual murders and people being sacrificed and like a very good point. Maybe she was a drug addict and the family was just sick of being embarrassed. And, what a good way to kill your family member, right? Tell people that she died of a broken heart. I don't know if people can die of a broken heart. I mean, maybe of loneliness and stuff, but I mean, you're going to be married for like fucking 50 years or something for something detrimental to happen like that. Like, I don't know. But, yeah, man, I mean, just the numbers match up. It's just so strange to me. And, I mean, there's not much else to really say about it. But that 50 number definitely stood out to me. And again, it's like almost every single time I look at these celebrity deaths and this and that, the numbers match. So, yeah, come to your own conclusions. I mean, think about this stuff, objectively, and try not to get too wrapped up in it, I guess I would like to say. Because you can go down the rabbit hole. I'm not saying there's not a rabbit hole. Trust me, there is, but you don't want to lose your mind either over it. Live your life. There's nothing we can do about this shit. They're going to keep killing people and making up fake stories. I don't know if this is a fake story. I don't think it's fake. I'm pretty sure these people are dying. Like I said, a great example is like my organic synchronicities with this guy at Cumberland Farms. Like, why in the world is that number 60 popping up? But everybody was telling me, the guy's real. Oh, there was a lot of blood. You know what I mean? So, like, all right. So, I'm going to leave y'all with that. And that's it. It's just food for thought, I guess, Just got to keep watching the repetition and the patterns and, share the work with people, That's probably the most important thing. You got to teach it the right way. You can't just whip out the calculator and say this equals that, and, that scares people away. I made that mistake with a lot of people. So you gotta first introduce it by explaining numerology. And if people are into numerology, say, hey, have you heard of this thing called gematria? And most people haven't. So that's where you kind of, latch on. Explain it. The very, simple stuff about gematria. A is 1, B is 2. Just explain that there's 26 letters in the alphabet, and each letter has, a corresponding number, respectively. A is 1, B is 2. Show them simple things like that, like Jesus, Lucifer, Gospel, Messiah, parables, how all those words equal 74. Or show them simple things like witch and broom, judge and gavel. Get the gears turning. So you don't want to just be like, matching like numbers like the video that I seen yesterday on Zach's channel. It's like some idiot came on, and I guess it's like an old video, but he's like, oh, if this equals 863, I must be a reptilian or some stupid shit. Like, that's not how you practice gematria. Although it is pretty cool, certain things, values match and some stuff's coincidental, but at the end of the day, man, that's not how you decode. In my opinion, it's not. Again, I've only been studying this 3 years, but that's not the proper way. I don't believe it is. But again, this whole thing with the numbers is very intriguing, and there's always that possibility that most of the stuff that we're seeing is organic. I don't believe the news. I know the stuff that's happening in my life and the stuff that I document with my coffee orders and all that stuff. That's all organic stuff that blows my mind every fucking time. I got no answer for that. I mean, if you believe in God, that's what it is, So, I don't know. But, yeah, I'll leave you guys with that. And I'll come back when I find something interesting. This was just something bullshit with while I have my morning coffee. All right, guys. Till next time.